Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
And a very, very good evening to you. Welcome along. It's Stu Bear with you in the chair. And it's Friday night, 7 o'clock. And of course, that means Friday Night Live. And this evening, we're back in the studio. And coming up for you tonight, an absolute action-packed show. It's going to be pretty busy. Coming up tonight, we've got Sally B, the B-17. We've got, hey, you saw it at the start of the show, the F-15's taking the cable testing. Then we've got Milden Hall Sunsets, highlights from Milden Hall. We've got Airshow World followers, Duxford Airshow highlights, Typhoon 2021 display from last weekend at Duxford. We've got more Spitfires, and we've got heavies at Milden Hall. It's all coming up for you this evening, and also the great people in the chat room who will be certainly given a good mention to. So, hey, without further ado, let's start the show right now. And what we're going to do, we're going to go back to last Saturday over at Duxford and this great startup and display of the wonderful Sally B, the B-17. That's coming up for you. That's the first item, so take it away. Listen to the sounds tonight. Turn up your speakers, enjoy this. Here we go.
Pleasure to see this again. B-17G Flying Fortress Sally B. The three fighters break away. What a pleasure to once again see a display over Duxford from B-17G Sally B. This final pass, always dedicated to a membership of the Sally B Supporters Club. One of our flying days earlier in the year. Andrew Dixon and Darryl Taplin at the controls today. And in watching Sally B, we also pay tribute to this aircraft's former chief engineer, Peter Brown, who sadly died earlier this year. Peter was so instrumental for so long in the maintenance and upkeep of this aeroplane, heading up the volunteer engineering team. And we recall him as Sally B slows to a standstill.
Well, as you can see, that is an absolutely stunning sight, and if it looks pristine to you, and that's because it is, because it's just recently been in the paint shop and it is looking stunning. That's the wonderful Sally B, the B-17. Right, listen, before we get into the next item, which, hey, we've got some F-15 action coming up in just a moment, time to say hi to a few people in the chat room. So a very good evening to Oliver, Steve, Hazel, Morris Moon, Sam Tweedle. We've also got Julie, of course, is with us, and who else? LT Viber Parlor, SHGP, Virtual Aviation, Mid-Atlantic. Good evening to you, Gary Inge, Dickie McVitie, and who else have we got? We've got Mighty 52, John Bullen, Jake Jackson, Gary Inge, Clive Everly, Steve, John Bullen. Hey, so many people. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I will keep going through the list of folks and giving you a good mention. Also, we've got Clive Jones with us. Good to see you, Clive. Looking forward to next week with those balloons. And also, we'll be featuring Clive a little later in the evening. Hi to Dick McVitie, Barry West, and hey, the messages just keep on rocking and rolling. We've got Jim Gemmell, also John Bullen, Marjolaine's with us, Rupert's with us, and who else have we got? So many folks. And but on tonight's show, I certainly, especially when I'm doing the Warbirds, will not be talking over the sound of these great aircraft. As I said, if you've got on headphones, turn it up. But hey, I will warn you when we've got some loud aircraft coming up, because we've also got a Typhoon display, which will be pretty noisy. And also, hi to Bradley, John, and everybody else. I'll keep mentioning people as we go on through the evening. But right now, it's time to get to our next feature. By the way, Clive Everly, thank you very much for that really kind donation he's just put in to the chat room. Okay, what have we got coming up for you right now? Well, early in the week, we had, I was at Mildenhall for around about 10 days, and on one of the days, I was doing the live streaming and what have you, and I said, well, around about 11 o'clock tonight, should I say 11 o'clock this morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there's going to be a 2-hour break. I didn't know what it was all about, and this is what happened. We had 2 F-15s came in, and they were doing the arrestor cable testing. That's what we're going to show you a little bit of right now. By the way, Mark Webster, thank you so much. One of the big fans of Airshow World. Thank you. And he's put a marvelous donation in. You are such a great guy. All right, let's get this feature going for you right now. Couple of F-15s. Here we go. So these 2 F-15s, they turned up at Mildenhall. I think it was Monday, either Monday or Tuesday. And just look at the heat haze. And this is the actual feature that we started the show off this evening, and you're going to see the full version of this. Also, a little later in the show, courtesy of Steve, we've got some photographs to show you. So basically, just to put you in the picture, what happened on this particular day, over on one end of the runway, they were testing the cables, you know, that slow the aircraft down if an aircraft is coming in and it's got a problem. And what they have an arrestor hook, and you'll see all of that in just a moment. So they tested one end of the runway, which was the 28, and then after about an hour of waiting, this aircraft came out. Watch carefully, listen very carefully as well. Here we go. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And I've got to say a big thank you to everybody that's been ordering the tea from the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. I keep telling you, it's the best in the world, and it certainly is. Hey, I've just had my brew. It only lasted me a few minutes. Anyway, what have we got coming up for you right now? Oh, yes, I'll tell you what. And by the way, hope you enjoyed that little feature we just did just then. I didn't know what to expect. It was a total surprise. And boy, oh boy, it certainly worked out pretty well. And the two F-15s. And hey, we got some photographs, not from that particular day, but when they did that back in 2019. It's something they do every now and again. They test the arrestor cables, you know, the cable that goes across when the aircraft come in, if they've got a problem. Right, we've got the next feature coming up for you, and let me have a look at the list. Now you might like this. It's over the couple of weeks that I was down at Mildenhall, I managed to get some absolutely beautiful sunset shots. That's what's coming up for you right now. It's called Mildenhall Sunsets. Enjoy this. Here we go. It's coming up in just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away. And coming in very, very late at night. Same aircraft, the Ospreys. And if ever you see a green glow heading towards you, it's either a UFO or a V-22 Osprey. Look at this, you can just about make it out. And also a very good evening to LT Viper Pilot. You know, I nearly missed you. Also Keezy, Ryan.
Prince.
Here we go.
That's me.
It is.
How you doing?
All right.
This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. Watching the Air Show World with Stu Bear.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. 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 Thank you very much, Tony Prince. Much appreciated. Hey, we've got so many features coming up tonight. You just won't believe it. And in fact, we're going back to a little bit more footage. Highlights from Mildenhall. My stay, 10 days. Was it 10 days or was it longer? I tell you, look at that sky as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And on tonight's show, hey, we've had so many people sending me different videos, photographs, and all sorts of stuff. So tonight, we've actually got 3 episodes of Airshow World Followers. And coming up, firstly, it's going to be Clive Jones. That's coming up in just a moment. Now, what is this we're looking at that's approaching us in the mega heat haze? Well, it was so hot over at Bryce Norton. This is what they were telling me anyway, that they were having problems with the runway. So the Voyager, this, in other words, an A300, this particular aircraft, it's a tanking aircraft, refuels the aircraft. And basically, it was based at Mildenhall for the duration that I was there. Actually, it followed me over. When I left from East Midlands Airport, it was there. And when I got to Mildenhall, it turned up around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was great to see this taking off and coming back into land. So got a few shots of this and also some other great videos from Mildenhall, all coming up for you. But as I said, stay right where you are. You're going to enjoy the show, and big variety of stuff coming up for you tonight. Keeping the messages coming, we've got Lynn Keeble, Henry, King Henry VIII, good to see you as well. We have Steve, who else do we have? Clive Everly, John Bullen, Lynn Keeble, Stuart Ramsey, Jim Gemmell, how the devil are you? And to everybody, I've got to thank you all for your fantastic support that you're putting with Airshow World. So much appreciated. Thank you, everybody. Hey, who else do we have? We have Gary Inge. Hi, Gary. Good to see you as well. Coming up this weekend, going to be out on the road again, and on Sunday, going to go down to Old Warden. They've got an air show this weekend. It's the down at the Shuttleworth Collection, so fingers crossed for that, and hopefully we'll get some great video footage and we'll show you that very, very soon. And next Friday night, we'll be down at, we're going to a balloon festival, and Airshow World is being very kindly invited, so we're going to pop along and see what we can do. That's next Friday. If we can do a live show from there, I will certainly do my best. But hey, either way, there'll be a 7 o'clock show, whether it's live or whether it's pre-recorded. Hi, Laura. Good to see Laura as well. We've got, who else is there? Oh, of course, we've got James. Sorry about that, James, forgetting to mention you. I saw you earlier, but I was doing a video clip. Sam Tweedale, he's also in the chat room. If you're just watching this on your TVs and you've never put a message in the chat room, it's quite simple really. All you have to do is just subscribe to Airshow World. It's totally free. It's free to put the messages into the chat room, and you can join in with all the fun, and it'll be great to have your company. Also, got to say a big thank you to all the folks that I met over the last couple of weeks, and also down at Duxford last week. Met some fantastic people, and we'll be seeing them just a little bit later. Hey, Jake Jackson, what are you like? Thank you very, very much for that. Really fantastic. Look at that. He's put a donation into the chat room. Loving the content as usual and the input of the community. They were great, everybody. I love you to bits. It's what makes Airshow World really special. Now then, Julie, watch this carefully, okay? This will definitely float her boat. Definitely. You'll see why in just a moment. So, Julie, what is that? We see chasing this KC-135 tanker down. Hiya, Kieran. Thank you very, very much. Pleased you're enjoying the show. Hey, it's going to get better because a little bit later in the evening, around about another, 20 minutes, we'll be showing some of your great photographs. Stay with us. So this KC-135, the other week, it came in with an emergency. Not 100% sure what happened, but I thought I would add this to tonight's show because I know Julie. And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. So I got cut off in my prime there. And this is courtesy of our very own Clive Jones. Enjoy this. Now your challenge tonight is, where in the world is this? It's a little feature we're going to do over the next few weeks. We're going to show you some drone footage. And it's simple. You've just got to work out where it is. So in the chat room right now, put your answers. Where in the world is this? I'll give you a clue. It's in England. Well done, Matt Curtis. Spot on. It's St Ives in Cornwall. And of course, it's part of our Airshow World Followers series. And this was sent along by our very own Clive Jones. And Clive will be with me next week when we go to the Balloon Festival with Julie and the gang as well. Hey, we'll have a party. Absolutely stunning imagery, Clive. This is, it's wonderful. Let me know what you think in the chat room right now. Whoa, one word. Wow, that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Clive. And hey, keep taking those shots and what have you. And it's a thing that I'd like to feature over the next, maybe every week. We'll just see. But it's down to you to guess whereabouts it was. And yep, several people in the chat room certainly got it right. It was St Ives in Cornwall. So thank you, Clive. We've got more from our little feature that we do every week. And that's probably in around about another 10 minutes, the next one coming up. But right now, we've got some more great action for you. So, hey, Mr. Video Man, are you ready for the next one? Yeah, ready. Okay, let's go for it right now. Stay with us. Keep putting the messages into the chat room. Keep enjoying Air Show World. Keep on sharing. And don't forget, turn the volume up right now.
P-51 was introduced, that it wasn't automatically popular with those guys because the P-47 Thunderbird was a big aeroplane, lots of metal, was seen as being a very safe aircraft. They had lots of protection. They soon learned that the P-51, with its manoeuvrability and its pace and its all-round capability, was a much better ride for them.
Hey Graham, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you as well. Thanks for the message.
Comparison with something like a P-51 as we see.
That's Graham Dodds.
I say, and think.
Also, hi to Colin Hill.
Numbering aircraft, and nothing could be further from the truth. This is a tremendous.
Also, hi to Richie Skies. Okay, I'm going to go really quiet. Enjoy this. It's highlights from Duxford.
And a very stable gun platform. Oh yes, heavy aircraft was in fact an advantage in all of the things that you just said. Dive and the stability in the air. We've seen before the Hun Hunter Texas, which is also based here at Duxford.
And by the way, that was Scott and Tracy.
As we watch these aircraft, it's worth remembering that back in the day, design also from Cartvelli's pen, a design that came to weigh 7 tons, which was more than flags flying there. Now, they'd be delighted to sign you up. There are all sorts of benefits associated with membership, or indeed you can do so online at sallyb.org.uk. Here come the fighters once more, P-47 and 2 Mustangs. Scoring ace of the 355th Fighter Group, Henry Brown, nicknamed Baby. your appreciation to the pilots who flew that quite exceptional display by the 3 American fighters, both together and in concert with Sally B. First of them coming past, Richard Grace with the P-47. He was in the lead. Pete Kinsey was in the Hun Hunter Texas, the Comanche Fighters P-51D, and Dave Pulliston was in the TF-51D Contrary Mary. Thank you so much to all of them, and to Andrew Dixon and Daryl Taplin, who won the B-17. Extra. It's Mike Williams on the twin sticks of the scale model. And isn't this just the most extraordinary display? This is really amazing. Yes, that's most people's first thought. The scale model, 45% scale. Times, particularly when the aircraft head away from you, and pull up in unison, that the perspective is such that it is difficult to necessarily tell which is which.
Clearly, the pilot in the full-size model is extolling tremendous skill, but the guy on the ground with the remote control for the model, that also is tremendously skilled.
You won't be surprised to hear Mike Williams, who's controlling the model, is one of the best large-scale model pilots in the UK. Multiple freestyle aerobatic and helping him with communications and coordination is his crew chief on the ground, Gary Bevan. To enhance the effect I was talking about is that Mike is generally flying about 2.5 times closer to us on this side of the airfield than Chris is with the full-size aircraft. It gives that illusion that they're closely matched in terms of size and performance, plus of course meaning they're separated for safety. Coordination is just astonishing.
It is amazing because the pilot in the full-size version, he's clearly got horizon cues. I'm not quite sure how you do that on the ground. For the model, that is.
And here they come in for a cross. Synchronized flicks. This is one of the great aerobatic aircraft produced by the West, named for its founder, the German aerobatic pilot and aeronautical engineer Walter Extra. And it's a 300S model with 300 horsepower at its disposal that Chris is flying. He's also seen him here before as a member of the Global Stars aerobatic team. And here he flies past on the right edge in opposition to the hovering model at display centre. And that's, of course, an indication of the amazing power.
And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. And to start things off on this, these were all taken by my very good friend Steve. And Steve, if you're watching this, I know Steve normally watches this back on a replay, but that's Steve, SRH. In fact, Steve's going to be looking after us this Sunday when we go down to Old Warden. So that's just a few shots that he's sent across. But coming up now, we've got a young guy and really want to give him a real good plug. These photographs have all been taken by Jacob. Now, I met Jacob last week down at Mildenhall, and it was an absolute pleasure. You may remember there was this young lad, I think he's only about 12 years old, and he's starting this business, and I'd really wish him all the very, very best of luck with it. And let's have a quick look for you at his actual website. Here it is. All those shots were by JDE Photography. That's our very own Jacob. Jacob, I wish you all the best of luck with it, and if you want to check this out, I will put a link into the chat room for you, and by going copy, I shall paste that in just a moment. All right, but hey, that's part 2 of our Airshow World followers. Believe it or not, we've got a part 3 coming up in around about 10 minutes time. And also, hey, we're going to run just a little bit late tonight, but I must remember to finish before 8:15, because we'll tell you about that just a little bit later. Right now, though, hey, fasten yourself in, turn the volume down just a little bit, because we're going back to Duxford, but this time it's not the Warbirds, it's something very loud, very noisy, and as I say, you've been warned if you're listening to this on headphones, but what a display we've got coming up for you. It's the RAF's very own 2021 Typhoon display. That's coming up for you, Leica, right now. Enjoy. It's going to be loud. Bring on the noise right now. Enjoy it. Just very quickly, got to say hi to Stuart Guthrie. Hiya, Stuart. Thank you for joining us this evening. Leslie White, Lynn Keeble, Shane Smith. And if you'd like a message, if you'd like a shout out, certainly put a message into the chat room and I will do my very best for you. Meanwhile, that typhoon's getting closer. Let's turn it up. Enjoy this.
Into a high-speed pass.
Well, a very special happy birthday there, Clive Everly, says Piotr.
Into another 9G turn.
Richard Staff, also hi to you.
Just what an outstandingly agile machine this multi-role, indeed swing roll combat jet is. In towards us once again.
Also on the shout-outs tonight, saying hi to Carl Hanlon, Leslie White, Mid-Atlantic, and Andrew Austin. Keep the messages coming. Richard. I'm pleased you're enjoying the show. Thank you very much for the nice comments.
As of course the aircraft type responsible for mounting the United Kingdom's quick reaction alert air defence facilities from both this aircraft base at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire and further north from RAF Lossiemouth on the Murray Firth. Now slowing the aircraft, putting it to what's known as high alpha, a high angle of attack, very nose high attitude for the slow speed class.
Also, a very, very good evening to Bill Weir, saying good evening from Switzerland. Great show. He's certainly enjoying it. Hey, I've got some more great action coming up. More from Duxford, more Warbirds. Well, that's in just 2 minutes from now.
Number 29 Squadron providing this aircraft is the operational conversion unit.
Butch Dawson, hiya Butch.
3 and 11 squadrons on the front line.
Also, hi to Rob Brown. Thank you for joining us this evening. And if you're watching this on your TV or anything else, you haven't taken part yet in the chat room, all you got to do is subscribe to our show World. It'd be great to have your company. Morgan, how the devil are you? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day.
Now we expect to have the aircraft's undersurfaces presented to us. Pulling initially onto the knife edge, then to inverted, back onto the knife edge. We can see fuel venting there from near the top of the aircraft's tail fin.
Hey, coming up for you right now, we have got even more fantastic sounds. Turn up the sound and listen to these 3 Spitfires.
Can sometimes be quite a challenge. It was the main US Navy fighter at the start of the Pacific
We've got
War.
3 Spitfire 1As, and these are absolutely stunning.
1820 radial. This is an example of the ultimate in Wildcat variants, the FM2. As I say, it was called the F4F when produced by Grumman. They changed the designations in the US flying beautiful airworthy condition in 2012. In from the left are 3 ship of Spitfire 1As.
And in the chat room right now, we've got JDE Photography. Hey, my man, I hope you enjoyed that feature I did just a little bit earlier. And giving your website a real good plug. I hope you enjoyed that. And keep sending the photographs over. Morgan Gray, you're so kind. Thank you so much for that fantastic donation you put into the chat room right now. Makes a big difference. These air shows, they are not cheap, I can tell you. So thank you so much. And we're doing another air show this coming Sunday.
Airworthy examples.
And if you like this sort of thing from Duxford, this is just a small sample. I shall be editing the full version of this, so we'll look out for it on a premiere very, very, very soon.
It's the IWM aircraft N3200.
Friday night's what it's all about. It's live from the edit room, and it's an opportunity to show you some of the things we've been doing over the last week or so,
Master Restorer
and also let you know what's coming up over the next week.
Possibly one of the most outstanding civilian.
And coming up on Sunday,
the circuit.
Heading down to Old Warden for the Shuttleworth
courtesy those
Fast Air Show or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. It's a family's sort of theme. And there we go. There's Scott and Tracy. Fantastic couple of people I met on last week down there at, as you can see, that was from Duxford. Hey, well, coming up for you in just a moment, well, right now, actually. Calling this feature Heavies at Mildenhall. Enjoy this, some big aircraft. Like the KC-10. Hiya, Pietro. Good to see you, mate. Don't worry about the cap locks. It's not a problem. Can you hear that sound? The vortex wake above it, that's what they call it. Fantastic when a big aircraft, after it's gone by, you sometimes get this, and the wind can really pick up. And it was a big aircraft. Oh, talking of big, it's a C-17. But the aircraft, they're going to get even bigger. Keep on watching. And I said they're getting bigger. And what is that monster we see approaching right now? It's the C5 Galaxy. Hey, Bradley Penny Aviation, thanks so much. Hey, we'll be giving Bradley a good mention just a little bit later, in around about 10 minutes. He says, and thank you, Brad, for the real kind donation. Great show. Stay tuned for the premiere. Thanks. Not a problem. Yes. Getting a little bit of a rare sight these days, so when I saw this approaching, I thought, gotta get this. Lynn Keeble also puts a fantastic donation in. So much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that's put these amazing donations. It makes it worthwhile. And it lets me know that you really enjoy Airshow World. Wouldn't be the same without you. And if you're watching this on a rerun, a very, very good evening to you from Stu Bear. Thank you for watching. I love the wheels. Look at this. Cheers, thank you. Thanks for the nice comment. That's Architect Design. And here we go, taking off. Enjoy this, watch this. is this filmed? Asked A85JI, I think it is. Or is it JL? JL. It's Mildenhall. I was at Mildenhall for 10 days. I'm always down there. I tell you, I love the place. Now, this is a very interesting aircraft. Came in with a call sign of Slot 74. It's a Boeing C-32B. In other words, it's a Boeing 757. Rather a special, rare aircraft, they tell me. And it supports the US government's Foreign Emergency Support Team. And literally, it came in for a pit stop. Wasn't around for very long at all. Refueled, and then it just disappeared into the skies, doing whatever it does. Oh, Leslie, what can we say but a massive thank you? And so much appreciated. Leslie White puts a real kind donation as well. Thank you to everybody. And all of these shots from Mildenhall were all taken from John's Field. And it's a campsite as well. And they tell me this is quite a rarity to be able to actually see this, so it was something quite special. And here we go, taking off. Hey, coming up in a moment, we've got part 3 of Airshow World Followers. And coming up on Airshow World Followers, on this one, we have some video sent across by Amy, Dave, Claire. And also, we've got some fantastic photographs by Kieran. Stay with us, don't you dare go anywhere. And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. Let's have a look. Sent across by Amy, Dave and Claire. Here we go, look at this. I think I heard it go, oh! And I tell you what, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you. And Amy, Dave and Claire, they were on holiday. Same as I was, really. Down at Mildenhall and certainly enjoying the aircraft. Right, coming up for you right now on Airshow World Followers. Look at these photographs. These are amazing. Sent across by Kieran Coates. And we'll have a look at his Instagram in just a moment. But look at these photographs. These are stunning. All taken last weekend at Duxford on the Sunday. And he got some absolutely wonderful shots also of the red arrows, because on the Sunday, in the background, they had a thunderstorm going on. I wished I was there on the Sunday actually filming it. But they had the sunshine with the dark clouds behind, and these are absolutely stunning, Kieran. It was a pleasure meeting you. You can see how dark it was getting behind, but the sunshine, look at that. And they tell me there was bolts of lightning and all sorts coming down. The fantastic crossover that everybody wants to get. And these were actually taken back in 2019. And Steve SRH, who I'm actually going to, is looking after me on Sunday for the Old Walden Air Show, the Shuttleworth collection thing. And he took these back in 2019, and we thought it'd be apt to show you these because this was what we started the show with on this evening. And also, I showed you the full version of the F-15s taking the arrestor cable. And if you're late joining the show, just rewind the video and you will see that, because I actually had it on video where the aircraft were going down, taking the arrestor cable. They were testing the cables. Right, what have we got? Aha, Sue K. Thank you so much as well, Sue, for that wonderful donation. Really, it means so much. And I mean, you know I mean it. Thank you. But before we go to the next feature, right, we've got to let's have a look at this. So here we go. This is Kieran's actual Instagram, and you can see it's KC_photography4. That is how you get there, and you can check out all his photographs. And I love the way it's all been put into sections. You've got Coningsby, you've got Patches, Mildenhall, Duxford, Lakenheath. Have a look at that at your leisure, and also he's got a YouTube channel as well, so certainly check it out. And hey, Kieran, thank you so much for sending those photographs across, and hopefully we'll get some more in the near future. If you'd like to take part in the feature that we call Airshow World Followers, all you have to do is just drop my good self an email. You're going to need the email address. That is Stu, S-T-U, at airshowworld.com. That's if you'd like to feature in our little series that we do every week. Goodness gracious, we did 3 this week. Can you believe it? What have we got coming up for you right now? I think we've got something else. Let's have a quick look. Yes, we have some more from Duxford. We saw 3 Spitfires, and with a little bit of luck, we may see 2 Spitfires and a very special one too. So I'm just going to let this run, and let's have a look, see what we've got coming up. I think we've got
the so-called NHS Spitfire PR11 photo ready version. The aircraft restoration company here are from the left.
Well, there you go, Ben Dunnell. Told you all. It's one of them. It's the NHS Special Spitfire. Enjoy this. I'm going to go very quiet as usual. Keep the messages coming. Not a problem there, Alan. Thank you for the nice message. Thank you to you for watching. You're the important folks.
display flying that we enjoy here at Duxford. We're so fortunate to see that quality of display flying here on such a regular basis.
And the quality of his engineering company as well, of course.
Oh, definitely the restorations that have emerged from there as well. Very many other organisations based here. Lots of volunteer activities, full-time staff associated with that quality of work, which is uniformly transferred. John takes you back to the ARC historic flying princess of the
Well, I told you tonight's show was going to be special with the sound of the aircraft, and wow, what a sound! See, I said, hey, turn it up, especially when you've got Spitfires. It was a fantastic weekend. I've got to say thanks to a few very, very special people, and a big, big thank you to Morris. He looked after me last weekend down at Duxford. Also, big thank you to it was fabulous to meet Tracy and Scott, and also thank you to Steve. In fact, I tell you what, let's have a bit of a wave from Morris and Tracy. Let's, there they are. Come on, Tracy. There you go. That's our lovely Tracy. And Scott, lovely Scott as well. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Keep on ordering that tea and coffee. That just about wraps things up for this evening. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us. Coming up for you right now, you got a choice of viewing. Why not join Bradley Penny Aviation? He's got a premiere going out in just a couple of minutes. And also, hey, keeping the aviation theme going, you can also join our good friends over there at Plain Talking UK Podcast. You got a choice, but hey, why not? There you go. Join our Bradley Penny. He's got this premiere very, very soon. I think in about 4 minutes from now. But to everybody, thank you so much. Without you guys putting the great comments into the chat room and watching Airshow World, there wouldn't be much point. Hey, I'd still be out there with the camera. And talking of which, I shall be at Shuttleworth on Sunday. Hey, until next time, the next scheduled show is, what is it? It's next Friday. Now, quick word about next Friday. I'm not 100% sure if we can do a live show from where we're actually going. We're going to be at this balloon festival, but if we can, I will hit the live button. We've got permission to do it, but you know what it's like. It's MFN. It's in the middle of nowhere. So, hey, it just depends. If we can get the internet, we will do that. But, hey, we'll have a backup show anyway. So, Randy Martinez, thank you for joining us. Oliver, thank you for being there. Julie Rotherham, thank you to you. And a few other people. Just before I go, I think we've got 2 minutes before Brad's actual premiere starts. But also like to say a big, big thank you to Clive Jones, Jacob, Amy, Dave, Claire, and to Kieran for all your... Oh, and of course, Steve as well, SRH. Thanks to everybody, and especially all the folks in the chat room this evening. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. If you go to Shuttleworth, hey, you never know, we may see you down there. All right, you take care. We'll catch you next time. Bradley, good luck. Hope you get some people coming across. Subscribe to Bradley Penny Aviation. Why not? You take care. We'll see you next time. Good night.